what, Boyet? A lot of the stories that we do have to do with art because we have so much great artists in this country and so many nice stories to tell.
You know, I love art for the simple reason that it's a window to a person's soul if he makes it or at the very least appreciates it.
Anyway, we do have a lot of great young contemporary artists, and two of them are showing at the Lopez Museum currently, and their exhibit is called Beat. Check it out. Young talents Nikki Luna and Ernest Concepcion team up with the Lopez Museum in its latest exhibit entitled Beat. Their works will be hanging right next to masters Hidalgo and Luna, as well as other legendary works of the art that the museum has.
We always wanted to engage the audience and the viewers to maybe think about what beat is for them. I think it's a very nice discourse on how people will view old masters' works and then the contemporary works.
Aside from being an artist, Nikki Luna is also very passionate about several advocacies tied to land, something that resonates in her art.
My art and advocacy, it's tied together. I really think that art should reflect the times of the current state of our society. It should talk about what's happening, especially those who aren't able to articulate their problems or the issues that usually are ignored.
Chinabone pipes hang over the stretch of the exhibit. Sugar shaped into diamonds, and 14-karat gold mixed into palay and mongo play starring roles in Nikki's installation, as well as a huge mound of soil below a video installation, and jewel boxes filled with earth from 7 highly militarized areas in Mindanao. These provoke much thought and discussion, which is exactly what Nikki hopes her work ultimately does.
This is a tool, a great tool. Art is one of the tools you can use to actually show and let other people be heard. They see something like this, they get attracted to it, and then they'll ask about it. It gives them time to actually reflect and then question what's happening. Maybe later on they would want to do something about it, or at least make them question where they stand.
Ernest Concepcion's work, on the other hand, would seem lighter than Nikki's, but it invites much discussion as well, as fantastical creatures seemingly come out of classic works of art.
My work is usually conflict-based, and I took the word beat as in the as a battle. You kind of like you want to beat something, you know. And for this particular piece that I've been doing at the museum, which is an ongoing installation, you know, it's not exactly done, it's a work in progress. I wanted to challenge what the museum has to offer, or what the current exhibition is right now. I love the interaction between the museum is saying something and I react to it, and then the museum says something back. So it's kind of like an action-reaction kind of dynamic.
Ernest's art will connect with works already hanging on the walls of the museum, be it landscapes, Hidalgo's iconic works of art, or Hidalgo himself.
Initially I wanted to challenge Felix Hidalgo, but he's too good, you know, and actually really love his work. So I decided to incorporate himself as a main character for this epic that I'm working on.
At one point, their works will connect because of what Ernest is doing. He starts off with a couple of sections in the museum, And at the end of the 6 months that he will stay maybe in the Philippines or the exhibition that will run, he will go from one area to another, continuing to draw and engage with the piece.
You can actually catch Ernest working on his installation some days of the week, like we did, and maybe even contribute ideas towards the completion of his installation.
The museum is trying to engage the audience to experience both. Same with the viewers. We also wanted the audience not just to see one side of the collection, as Lopez invites the younger generation to participate in the exhibition.
2 artists with very different aesthetics housed under the same roof along with the Filipino masters. If that sounds intriguing enough for you, then do make it a point to catch the exhibit, and we leave it up to you to decide what deep means.